Vere with another interview, and I have Sara Landriault, and she's the president of the National Family Childcare Association, and she likes to sew. So probably you're wondering, why am I doing this on sewing? Well, you were recently insulted by the NDP because you sew, and maybe if you could just fill my listeners in on what that's all about.
I was watching today, and Judy Weissel-Lyses.
Yeah, however,
Sorry,
she's the MP from which riding again?
Winnipeg, north or south.
Yeah.
She was on in the House of Commons saying goodbye to one of the other NDPs from Halifax, the riding of Halifax.
Yeah, one of those leaders of the NDP. You never.
McDonough.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I find they're kind of like fast food. They're you never really remember anything about them.
It was a bad aftertaste.
Yeah. And she made fun of knitting. Now, how do you feel as someone who enjoys sewing and other?
It's not about actually knitting or sewing or home-baked cookies or anything like that. It's these new women of today who think because they're in the House of Commons or they have a high-powered suit, and that they can look down at the rest of us who have chosen their lives. Where, in my case, childcare is my profession.
Yeah.
I dare anybody stand up and try to take me down on that one because they're not going to win. You know, and none of these MPs, these high-powered professionals, have spent more than maybe 1 or 2 years at home with their children without doing any other work, and they're constantly up there spitting on us like we're not worth our worth in Canada, or we're not entitled to our entitlements.
Yeah. Do you think the NDP discriminates against average women like yourself?
Oh, very much, yeah. There is a few MPs in there I just love. I really do. Peter Stouffer is a really strong...
Oh, yeah. He's, actually, he's quite well respected, but I had heard, actually, that they may be trying to force Peter Stouffer out. You're closer to Ottawa than I am. I don't know if you've heard that as well.
I haven't, but I would like to know, because we would fully stand behind Peter. He's done nothing but good.
Yeah.
Now we're working on a conservative bill with Peter as well, because Peter has done that bill in 99-2000, and it doesn't matter who it is with him. It's just the fact that it gets through.
Oh, is that the the pregnant victims bill?
No, it's the Compassionate Care Bill by Gord Brown, Bill C-542, and it's where they'd like EI to pay parents with ill children more than 6 weeks, a couple of years, and they don't have to die.
Yeah.
Where the children are not deathly ill, but they're going through treatments and all this, and they need their parents.
Yeah. So.
And the NDP actually is the only. I'm not even sure if they'd oppose it, but their regard towards women that are not in the office is highly disrespectful. I mean, I've heard this from them many times, and they're constantly shooting their mouths off, saying and belittling us, and then they deny it.
Yeah, I remember our local MP, Tony Martin, was passing out literature a couple of years ago that it was mocking real women. And, I showed that to my wife, who found it very offensive. That
you shouldn't be mocking any constituents. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they are.
Yeah.
It's Canada. We're right to feel the way we feel, as long as we're not violent or anything.
Yeah.
I know what Real Women stands for, and I know what we stand for, and I know what many Liberal and NDP groups stand for.
Yeah. Why is it do you think that the NDP is so negative towards women's choice?
Because we're not unionized.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's funny, in Italy they are unionized. Unionized housewives in Italy. M-O-I-C-A. Yeah, we've had discussions with them as well. The thing with being at home is we can't, we're not unionized. Nobody pays us. We're not part of the economy. We're non-work independents.
Yeah.
The NDP want nothing to do with it as long as we structure our children in socialized institutional daycare.
Yeah. Now, have you ever considered that maybe what you're doing wrong is you're not going on welfare? That if you all went on welfare, that maybe the NDP would pay closer attention to you?
Well, even if I went on welfare, and like, that's the deal. If my husband left me tomorrow, I would have to go on welfare until the divorce settles through and everything.
Yeah.
And the NDP wouldn't touch me because I still would choose to be at home with my children, even on $11,000 a year.
Yeah.
And the only way they'll touch me is if I put them into daycares. Now, many parents do that, and we fully respect that,
Yeah.
and we fully advocate for that, but it's not the only choice in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say about this brush up between you and the NDP over their?
It's not just the NDP; the Liberals are doing it too with their beer and popcorn comments.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, where's status of women on this? Majority of parents at home are women. Like, come on. I'm not even a fan of status of women that much, but right now I'm so tired of people telling me, oh, it's okay, honey, they didn't really mean to offend you. You heard that before, didn't you? Oh, it's okay, honey, you don't need the vote.
Yeah, yeah. It does have that tone of sexism about it.
And these are women against women.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I would really like, they're put where they are because they have very big mouths. They're intellectual. You know, they're not afraid to speak in public. And I was forced into all of this. But one thing I do have in common with them is a big mouth. So stick me in a room with them and let's see who finishes each other's off.
Ah, yeah, that sounds good.
Sorry, I get a little...
Okay. So, okay, on that note, is there anything else you'd like to state?
I just wish they'd all just turn around and see parents at home, parental choice, and give it the respect it's due, whether it's financial or mental or just, when we walk into the House of Commons and we're speaking about childcare, how about having half the room in there, 48% of the room in there as stay-at-home parents, because that's the average.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, no, that would be wonderful. Actually, I often wonder that myself. I mean, is it...
Well, it's like having a Walmart clerk
Yeah.
go in and tell a doctor what to do.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'm concerned. They don't know the in-depth of what we're doing, how we're doing, and why we're doing it. They just sit up there on their high horses, and they assume.
Yeah.
And as you know, like you said, your wife has a degree. She's at home with the kids. That's her choice.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't, that's what she chose. I never
My
asked.
husband didn't pick my choice for me.
Yeah.
Our financial situation did. Whoever made more money was the one who lost. They had to go out and have a paid job.
Yeah.
My husband keeps saying he lost.
Yeah. Do you think maybe this has something to do with, that they don't want women to have true choice? Or they can choose as long as they choose what we want them to choose? Sort of that nanny state type.
I think somewhere along the lines, the feminist group kind of split up.
Yeah.
There are many feminists out there that don't believe in what Judy Weiss-Lassie is doing and others are doing.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, it kind of got split up, and I think the power got to them.
Yeah.
They wanted all this power, and it's not about being equal to men anymore. It's about being above men.
Yeah.
And being above men, well, we can't have them at home barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen to,
Is it just men, or is it other women, too, that they're...
Is it, sorry?
Is it just men they're trying to be above, or is it other women, too?
Well, we're their embarrassment.
Yeah.
So they already believe they're above us. They believe that they stepped through the next, what do you call that?
Yeah.
The next evolution of women.
Yeah.
They went to the next line where we stayed behind.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy for them. Go and be in your office. Feel free. But don't nail us on the head for doing it.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
No problem. Can you send me a link?